Hey, it's your girl, Janae Nicole, coming to you from beautiful, sunny South Florida. I hope you're having a great day. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about being overworked and underwhelmed. Because we are side hustlers, we have a whole nother dynamic that comes to the table with our businesses. Yes, as side hustlers, we're entrepreneurs as well, but we have a whole nother set of criteria that doesn't apply to a regular entrepreneur. I'm putting that in quotes. Being a side hustler, ladies, as you know, I'm sure you guys feel super overworked the same way as I do. We have our regular day job that we go to because we have to pay the bills and put food on the table. But at the end of the day, it's our passion that really fires us up and gets us through it if it's a job that we don't particularly love or want to be at, so to speak. But anyway, like I said, not only do we have the same business goals and objectives as well as, regular home and family obligations that everyone else has that's an entrepreneur, we have a full-time job, and that is a monster in and of itself. To just manage time management, right? So yeah, I know you're gonna get those naysayers that say, well, you chose this life and you could quit anytime you want to. You got a regular job that you pays your bills and it's stable, and why would you want to rock the boat? But that's not what we're called to do. We are world changers, and our regular job, yes, we're there for a purpose. But our biggest purpose here on this earth is to make sure that we fulfill that purpose and that passion that's in our hearts. So, yeah, we could throw in the towel anytime we want to, but we don't, because we world changers and we never quit, right, girls? I know getting started with the side hustle, it's not been easy. It wasn't easy for me, and it's still not easy. Like I said, I feel overworked and underwhelmed a lot of times. I have my regular everyday work that I have to, my 9 to 5 that I have to go to, that's really a 12 to 14. If we be really honest about it, that's a lot of time that we're away from home and away from our families that we do because we have to do it. But then on top of that, to push in another couple hours every day to fulfill our passions, for our loved ones, it's kind of hard to see us doing so much, but we understand each other's language and we know why we do what we do. So somebody on the outside looking in, if you're a loved one of a side hustler, just know that passionate she has for her side hustle, or he, because I know I have some male guests some male listeners that listen to the show. And I just want you to know that the passion that we have for our side hustle, it's not to take anything away from you. And it's not that we don't appreciate that you're looking out for us, that you don't want us to overwork ourselves. But even though I'm dog tired sometimes, when I see my podcast doing well, or when I go into iTunes and I see the reviews that I help somebody's life, it is an unspeakable joy. I don't have children yet, so I don't know what that feeling is, but if I did, I would think it feels something like that when I see the fruits of my labor, so to speak, and I see my logo somewhere, and it just warms my heart. So this is a word for my overworked and underwhelmed side hustlers. We're not there yet, ladies. We're still taking over the world, but we're not going to quit. And just know that it's going to be worth it in the end. Yeah, I know the to-do list is crazy. You have your website that you're trying to make sure it looks just perfect, and your social media, and you're doing networking and trying to put nice content out there, and products and or services, or if you have clients, and the list goes on and on and on, and you feel like there is no light at the end of the tunnel, that it's just you working and working and working and you're not seeing the results yet. But just know it's not being all for naught. I'm gonna share a little bit of today. I was in church and the pastor was speaking about time, the time that we have here is a gift and it has an expiration date on it. And I was like, whoa, we all know that. We all know that we're going to leave this earth at some time. We know that. You just know it. But to hear it, it just kind of really jolts you awake. Like, yeah, we don't have a lot of time here on this planet. We don't have a lot of time to get our message and our, leave our legacy behind. We don't have a lot of time. And for him to just say that it was a gift, and it was just like, yeah, it really is a gift because somebody didn't wake up today. The time that I have today, what am I doing with it? Am I being accountable to how I am spending my time? I get on social media and I can kind of go ham sometimes. I don't know about you guys, but me, myself, I can get on social media and waste the whole day. Truth be told, I can get on YouTube and just go ham. Yeah, it's under the guise of I'm doing research, but we all know I'm just wasting time because I don't feel like doing something else. Even though you're passionate about your side hustle, we're still regular people and we enjoy doing the same things that everybody else does. But finding that time to do it sometimes can be tricky. So him saying, that time is a gift and it has an expiration date on it, it really was like, yeah, okay. I have to be mindful of the time that I'm spending on the social media sites. Yes, of course, I'm doing it for my business, but at the same time, I have to be mindful to not waste a lot of time. And I know there's a lot of things out there that can, help me be focused, but I'm just an old school girl. I know you can get a Pomodoro timer where you can basically give yourself so many minutes to do certain tasks and just do that task, which I may look into doing just to keep me a little bit more focused, because I noticed that when I do have a set time, like at my regular job, if my boss say I need this in an hour, I'm going to get it done in an hour no matter what. It might be an hour and 5 minutes, but I worked my tail off to get it done in an hour. You get the point. But yeah, today that really made an impact on me. And the other thing that he said that really busted me down to my knees was that we make time for what we want to make time for. And I have said that before. And it's so true. We do make time for what we want to make time for. Just for example, he said, if you got free tickets to your favorite XYZ, I'm just putting XYZ in there. But he said, if you got free tickets to go to your favorite place, all of a sudden your calendar opened up because you're going to find time to go to that Dolphins game, or you're going to find time to go to that restaurant because you got free tickets and you ain't going to let it expire, right? Just be mindful of the time that you're spending and what you're spending it on. One other thing is that in being mindful for our time, he talked about time is the currency of relationships. And I never looked at it that way, but it's so true. Because if you think about it in a husband and wife situation. Me and Jose, we're about to celebrate our 3rd anniversary. And we look at it in units of time. Like, this has been 3 years. It doesn't feel like 3 years, but it's been 3 years. And looking back over the 3 years of how we've grown as a couple and the ups and downs that we've gone through as individuals, it's amazing looking back over the time, again in quotation marks. We measure our life in time, in minutes and hours and seconds, because that's all we have is time. You can't count on anything else. So when he said that, relationships, he said that time is the currency of relationships. I was like, yeah, it really is. We saw War Room last weekend, and the little girl was telling her mom, like, basically she was saying, spend time with me, but she didn't say those words. She just asked her, like, well, what's my, color of my team? What's my team name? And the mom couldn't answer any of the questions because she had not spent the time with her daughter. And you could just see, even though she was acting, they did a really great job with it, because you could just see the lady just crumbled right in front of her daughter, like, oh my God. I've been so busy in running the household and looking after this and trying to sell houses and this, that, and the third, that this main relationship, my daughter, the person that I birthed into the world, I don't even know what she's into. So I just want us to be mindful that in getting our side hustles going and running after our dreams and pushing this passion projects through, that we are not forgetting the relationships that we have been gifted. Let's make sure that we don't miss out on what's really important. But yes, we do fulfill our dream and we do run after it, but we don't miss what's really important. Last week, Pastor Doug did this. He did like a visual exercise where he showed, I'm sure you guys have seen this before, a video of putting the things that are most important to you as like big stones in a jar, and then you having like grain as the things that are not as important, but they are things that you still need to get done. Like, yeah, of course I need to do my social media, and of course I need to, reply back to emails and things of that nature. But if I don't get an email sent out today, tomorrow it's not going to be detrimental to my business. But if I don't spend time in praying and I don't spend time in listening to my husband, or those important relationships, talking to my mom, if I don't do those things, that may not be there tomorrow for me to do. So those things are vitally important, just to make sure that you do those important things first, and then you fit in everything else. So I just wanted to share that with you ladies, and I hope that it was blessing to you. That's pretty much it. This was a really short episode. Oh, before I leave, I do have an app that can help you save your sanity with some of this overworked and underwhelmed. It is it's an app, but it's also a web program. It's called Unroll.me. For all of those pesky emails that you get, some of those subscription emails where it's just ridiculous. I had over 200 email subscriptions that I was subscribed to, and I have no idea how I got on probably 90% of those email subscriptions. But what it does is it gives you the option to either unsubscribe from that email list. You can roll it up, which is you basically put it into a newsletter. All of your newsletters for every subscription that you have come at one time during the day. Instead of you getting 100 emails, you'll get one email with all the subscriptions that you still want to keep, but you will get them at one time in one email. It's amazing. I love it. It has taken me from over 200 subscriptions to about 20. And it gives you 3 options. So you can either keep it in your inbox if it's something that you want to make sure that you get every email in your inbox. Like I keep, let's just say my FP&L. I want that to come. When it comes, I need to see it. So you can either keep it in your inbox. You can roll it up where it comes with one bulk email, just one email with all your subscriptions on one page, and you can just scroll through and see if anything's important. You can click on it and see what it's about. Or you can just unsubscribe, which is wonderful because, like, let's be honest, most of that stuff is just garbage. But yeah, that's one app that I have been using for a couple months now, probably almost a year. And it is just wonderful. It has changed my email life tremendously. So I hope that you guys use that, and it's free. It's a free tool. I hope you guys use it and love it as much as I do. And if you do, let me know that you love it as much as I do. And I just want you girls to know that you are loved, and I'll holler at you later. Of course, you can reach me at JanaeNicole.com. Send me an email, info@JanaeNicole.com. I want to hear from you guys. Just let me know what's going on in your life, what's going on with your business, what you're working on, so that I can support you. If you're on social media, holler out at me so I can tweet you up, do whatever we need to do to make sure that you are moving your business and your life forward. All right, girls. So I'll holla.